Yeah, someone might want to show Frank Leboeuf the stats because he skipped Rodri out of his team of the season. We are wondering if Nedum is going to make such a faux pas as well with his Premier League 11 this season. Here it is, Nedum.
No chance. It's a great team, that, to be honest. It's a great team. Where do you want to start? You pick a player, I'll justify it. Go on, give me something. Give me something, Kay.
You know I'm going to start at the goalie.
Listen, if he's got the Golden Glove, he's good enough for me. You know what I mean? If he's got the most clean sheets in the league, I can't say he's done too bad. And considering, he came from Brentford, it's probably his best ever season, right for me. Then you can go White and Vardiol, the two fullbacks. They're the two top scoring fullbacks in the league with 4 goals each. And then arguably, in fact, it's probably not arguable anymore, the 2 best centre-backs in the league this season as well, in Gabriel and Saliba. Then for my midfield, toss-up between Rodri and Rice, but obviously because I'm biased, I went Rodri. And then the 210, the 2 former City Academy boys in Phil Foden and Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer and Phil Foden, they both had their best scoring seasons to date. Anthony Gordon, I would have put on the left as opposed to on the right that this picture is put up. Please don't cancel me for that. I think Saka's been key. He scored more goals this year than he did the year before. Anthony Gordon has been the guy that's almost kept Newcastle afloat through all the tough periods that they had during the middle of the season. I think he finishes the season with double figures for goals, double figures for assists. And then Ollie Watkins, 19 Premier League goals, I believe it is, without taking a single penalty and a ton of assists to go with it. So I think he's overperformed how many people perceived him to be, but he's a big reason why Aston Villa are in the Champions League next season. So there is the correct team of the season.
You wasn't so biased when it came to Erling Haaland, though, were you?
No.
Oh, boy.
Bias over.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. But the reason I didn't put him in was because he hasn't played to his own high standard. And I wanted to put him in. I was desperate to, and I wanted the manager to be Guardiola as well. But, I'm trying to have a bit of balance in there. And I think, as I say, for Ollie Watkins, he's performed to a high level than many people perceived he would do. Whereas for Haaland, I think some people still believe, even though he's Golden Boot, that he hasn't been at his best throughout the season.
You see what he just said there? He actually made an argument against himself. Haaland was a Golden Boot without actually being to his best level and playing to his highest level. And yet, he won the Golden Boot. At that point, what is the job of a striker? Scoring goals. And he scored the most goals in the league, even though he had injuries, even though he didn't play well. And yet he did score more goals than everybody else. He belongs in the first 11.
Yeah, Nedum.
Listen, if that's one mistake, throw him in. I'm happy. Ali, I'll go for your team. Erling Haaland, put him in for Ollie Watkins. No problem. Easy. Thank you.
Nedum, seeing as though we have got you on, we've not heard your thoughts yet on Mauricio Pochettino. Were you surprised or not?
I was surprised initially, but then upon doing the reading and seeing the way that, say, the ownership group like to have things where they have a ton of control and the manager's just one piece on that chessboard, then yeah, it doesn't surprise me really. I think Pochettino is a manager that has, he has the power, he wants to be in control. And it appears that Chelsea aren't necessarily looking for a manager that is like that, and more so one that will, toe the party line or whatever the saying is. So it's a shame for them, just as they start to look like they knew what they were doing. And I'm sure people like Nicholas Jackson on the gram has been dropping little subliminal hints about how bad decision it was. But, this is the way football goes, and I guess this is the way Chelsea are going to be going forward.